What is up, Fish family? Welcome to Good Kraken's Death Ratio. I am your host, DJ Mix, and I'm joined by two of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Starting with my always co-host, it is Garrick Bartholomew.
What's dude? It's the most yucky ass Tuesday ever for me, dude.
Really?
I was telling Ernell a minute ago, dude. I just fucking I feel icky.
No, I know.
Like
I feel that.
can't. Like I can't give you anything else like super beyond that. Like I feel icky, bro. Like I just been like I don't perspirate like as I'm not a sweaty person. I'm really just not. But today, bro, I have been so fucking sweaty.
You've been
Like,
perspiring.
to the point to where, dude, it's been horrible. I literally, just before we got on camera, switched to a different hat because the one I was wearing is sweaty on the inside, bro.
Okay.
Tasty.
And yeah, and you can like be, as I was telling Ernell, being aware of the inside of your sweaty hat is not cool.
Definitely
Yeah,
not.
I hate that. I hate that feeling too, honestly. Because then you're also like hyper aware that like there's gonna be a sweat stain like on the rim somewhere. You know what I mean?
And you're like,
Hate
oh
that shit.
man, dude, and it's
Hate
just
that.
worse because I really try not to sweat in like the hats I just wear on dailies, right? Because for that exact reason. And now I'm gonna have to like wash it, and you're like, but you can't wash a hat, and you're like, you can if you're smart and careful, but I don't want to do it. Now I have to, and yeah, that's been my Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah. No, I perspire like crazy. Like I sweat all the time. Like all the time. For any
Dude,
trade.
some people just be like that. Like it
Yeah,
I
I just perspirate. I perspirate.
You're glossy. It's all good.
Yeah. We're also joined by another hat wearer. It is the Mr. 20,000 Films guy who hasn't done 20,000 films. It is Ernell Pierce.
Pono. Yeah, dude. No, unfortunately, we haven't done 20,000 films in the past few weeks. Me and Devin have both been pretty much dying.
20,000 films
so,
without an episode.
Yeah. 20,000 films not on YouTube. And so when Garrick and DJ come in and say, hey dude, like you're such a good podcaster, like what if you came on
20,000 films straight to
what if you came on to our podcast and like made it a little bit better? And I was
you actually came by Xander's recommendation to get on this podcast.
Yeah. Xander was like, "Hey, dude, like, there's this really sick podcaster. You guys might have heard of him. His name's Ernell." And I overheard it. He had me on speakerphone.
Is it difficult to breathe with so little space in there? I don't know how you and your ego fit in the same fucking room, bro.
See, the best part about it is that I have zero ego at all, and I have to say these kind of things to make me feel like I have some self-worth.
This is his daily affirmations. Actually,
you just like
exactly.
Your ego is so big, so projected that I was about to hit you like with a white mannerism. You know what I'm saying? Like saying some shit like some shit like how you know, how's your colon smell, buddy? Huh? Far up you're so far up there. So far up there. What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you, pal? Like, what's your deal? What's your deal?
It's not bad, dude. It's not bad. Yeah. Yeah, man. Anyways, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about video games. I rarely ever get a chance to talk about video games with you guys, and I have a very fun conversation to have with you guys about a fairly new video game. So I am stoked to be here.
It's spoiling the show.
Along with you guys. So yeah, let's have some fun. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have some fun. Teasing death, easy baby mode, the golden age of games, and so much more, because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio. We're just slashing through the podcast space to be your source of all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you want to get ahead of the curve, you can head on over to patreon.com/goodkrakenpods. That's GOODKRAKENPODS, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to the spelling bee that we will be putting on next month. And before they go live on podcasts and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in the description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for Death Ratio and leaving a review there. Garrick. We got some critical hits. Okay, critical hits.
Got you.
We had to load it up.
Yeah,
I got you, boys.
Check out goodkraken.com. Like we just said, see all of our merchandise, latest episodes, all of our shows. Get to know all of us, a part of the Good Kraken crew, the Fish family. Go check it out.
Good episode.
Good episode. We're also working on a new schedule, schedule for,
if you will.
Songs of the Abyss. So bear with us, please. We're getting everything sorted out soon.
I fucking hate it. I hate it so much, man.
So if you at home want the show to come back, you need to roll. The DC is 18, so if you can roll.
Oh, wow, that's a high DC. Jesus
disadvantage.
At disadvantage, dude?
Yeah,
disadvantage.
Wow. Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck, man.
So, no modifier for this one. Sorry.
Can I just like have the floor for a second?
Sure.
I hate as a content creator and just as a
me too. Yeah, me too. You can just stop it right there. I hate being a content creator. Yeah, that's.
I have to. I'm specifically and purposely cleaning my glasses on camera, which I hate doing because it feels pretentious. But also, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it looks like I'm jorking it. And
you have to show like you're not just, you know what I mean?
Okay. Then I gotta be like, oh shit, actually,
maybe that's the perfect cover. Maybe your third hand is jorking you off right now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's just a diversion. The glasses thing, that's a fake hand connected to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes when I'm opening up my Zins, it also looks like that.
Yeah.
Because I'll be holding it down here, and I'll be like...
Yeah, speaking of things that are...
it's just bad.
Speaking of Ernell manufactured things, the latest episode of the Shipwreck Show, episode 184, is now live. You can watch that on all platforms.
Good episode.
And Xander will never let Ernell host again.
It was an episode.
Xander is definitely never letting Ernell host again. He will be back next week.
He called me actually today, and he was like, "Hey man, so I know you're a really really good podcaster," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, yeah, no problem." And he was like, "I need you to do that all the time."
Sure.
And I was like, you know what, Xander, I'm a good I'm not a perfect podcaster.
I don't think that's.
But I am good though. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't think that's what happened.
It could be. You don't know. There's no proof.
Ernell, what do we have next?
DJ, that is a good question, my friend. Tonight, our next segment is going to be the line of sight. You're starting off pretty rocky. I didn't know if he's like, I'm good. We're good tonight.
It's like tonight we're gonna be revealed. Like, oh shit, man, this guy.
Fuck out the rest of the episode. Yeah, dude. That's
line of sight. We are telling you what games are releasing this week from September 9th to the 15th, next Monday, the day before the next recording of this podcast. This, we've using the Game Informer list of releases. So, coming out today, we got Bubsy In, the Perfect Collection. Looks like a little remaster.
Somebody asked for that.
For PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, both of them. Switch, only the one, and PC came out today.
You're
Call
weird
of
for
the
this, Atari.
Sea. Huh?
I said you're weird for this, Atari. Nobody asked for this.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were.
I think like their one old board member just like woke up in a cold sweat. It's like, we gotta do a Bubsy. And they're like, what the fuck?
I do a remaster.
Yeah, we gotta do remasters. This is what the kids are asking for. I saw it in a vision. I saw it. This is how we turn our company around.
Yep, that's it, man. They're trying.
Call of the Sea comes to Switch today, September 9th, time of this recording. Tomorrow after this recording, we got Garfield Kart 2, All You Can Drift for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, the first one, and PC. I'm excited. This is one of my most anticipated games of the year. I think it's the front runner for game of the year. It has co-op. It's rated everyone. It's racing. It's Garfield. It's all your favorite characters. Odie's in it, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
All You Can Drift is a
Odie's in it,
wild name, dude. That is a crazy name for a Garfield kart game.
Yeah, and it's on current gen, dude. It's not even on PS4 or Xbox.
I bet you the car.
Oh damn, they
They
Garfield
said
figured it out.
current gen only. PS4 players suffer. You're not gonna be able to play Garfield Kart 2 All You Can Drift. So
PS4 players suffer.
Yeah. You know.
Agreed,
Oh, there's
man.
a gameplay
Agreed.
trailer.
Stop it! You are
Next
not
up,
watching that.
we got Karma: The Dark World coming for only Xbox X and S, September 10th. I don't know what this game is. It looks cool.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds cool. It looks cool. Catanaut coming to PC September 10th. Also looks pretty cool. Action game, single player. You're wearing like this little like samurai hat, and you're like shooting and slicing and dicing.
Oh, that looks like a platformer, like a side scroller.
Yeah, it's definitely a side scroller. It's definitely
No way, it's not. Yeah,
definitely a side
for
scroller.
sure. Ooh,
Why does the guy in Karma look like Mads Mikkelsen? A little bit in this one, like I checked the website,
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah,
Mads
a little
Mikkelsen,
bit,
just
yeah.
like a little bit, like in one of the shots. Shape of Dreams comes to PC September 10th.
I think that's the like super colorful like dungeon crawler. I think, right?
Has lizards in it. Shout out to the furries.
I don't know. It's an action adventure game.
Or Scalies, sorry, Scalies. On September 12th, we have Borderlands the 4th coming for PlayStation 5,
Yes.
Xbox Series X, S, and PC. I'm sorry, Switch players, you are not going to be able to enjoy this game.
Losers.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's a top-down action adventure sort of game.
Shape of Dreams.
Shape of Dreams.
Yeah. Borderlands 4 though is a first-person shooter.
But are you guys playing that? You guys playing that?
I'm gonna try. I did counterpick it, so I hope it's not as good.
I'm not a crazy Borderlands fan, so I will likely be skipping that one. But
I might try because it might be the one to hook me into the series because I've tried 2. I've tried Tiny Tina. It just wasn't. Let me see.
Wasn't your thing? Yeah, no, for sure.
I loved Tiny Tina's. The DLC was absolute hot water dog shit.
Mm.
And I know a lot of people laud Borderlands 2 as like the best. It's really good. There are some things about 3 I liked better.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like sacrilegious, basically, to say that. But I can't explain why I'm just kind of not excited for this.
Yeah, it's not like grabbing me. It's not like
I
oh
don't
my
know.
gosh.
There's just like, and there has been marketing, but like even I get like notifications for the trailer, and I'm just like, maybe I'll watch it later. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm usually so excited for Borderlands. I mean, you guys remember how excited I was for Tiny Tina?
Yeah,
I think it's because
like,
of the
I love
movie.
that game. But I haven't even seen the movie.
Maybe
it was
the movie
bad, Garrick.
yeah.
Don't.
You
I haven't
don't
even
need
seen
you
the
don't
movie.
need to see it to be affected by it. You know what I mean? Like we're all
It
affected
was
by it, man.
so bad, man.
Yeah, man. There's something about it. I'm just like I'm just not I'm not excited like I would expect myself to be. I think I'll ultimately play it, but I don't know. It's strange to not be excited about a Borderland games for like the first time ever, basically.
That's okay, man. Rest in peace, Garrick.
Oh, good. So good.
Yeah.
3 days later, though, September 15th, we got Lego Voyagers for
Oh, game of the year right here.
PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4. Shout out to the PlayStation 4 players. Switch, the one Switch, and PC. PCs.
So this game is the one that we saw. I think it was at Summer Game Fest that had the like super hyper realistic like Lego worlds. And
Yeah,
shit.
like they were the little blocks that were like going
it was
around.
like bricks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
So like
dude,
that
shit
one
looked fucking
actually
nuts.
does like pretty.
The
fucking
fact that it's
cool.
on last gen too, I think, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It is a little crazy. That also kind
That
of
might be
makes
worth
me worry
checking out
about it
for
too.
like maybe
but-
some co-op fun, possibly.
Yeah, no, for sure, that'd be a
Yeah,
cool
because I
one.
do remember it being cool looking.
I got something cool looking for you.
On that same day, we get Little Witch in the Woods coming to Xbox.
Oh, good game.
X and
This
S,
is a port, is it
Xbox
not?
One, and PC.
Or
Yes,
just a new one?
It is a port. Well, no,
Okay.
no. It's not a port. It was an early access.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, no, maybe it is a port because I think it was on Switch.
I've heard this. I've heard this name before. I swear.
No, it definitely came out before. I
Was
think
it on PlayStation?
No, I'm
was
It's
it on
definitely on
pretty
PC.
Switch?
It's definitely on Steam or something. I think I've seen it on
I'm
Steam.
pretty sure it was on Steam and it was on Switch. Let me see here. Platforms.
I've definitely heard about this game before.
Yeah, it released in early access. That's what it
That's
was.
probably what it was.
Mid 2022. So it's been out
around.
early access for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go on, DJ.
Yeah, and we have on that same day, No, I Am Not Human, horror game or adventure game.
Oh.
Sorry, that's what the genre says. It's coming to PC, PlayStation 5,
That's a PC horror
Xbox
game.
SS, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So current and last gen, you guys get to enjoy this horror game.
That's right.
Yeah, it literally says, "No, I Am Not Human" is an upcoming horror visual novel video game.
Okay. The genre on Game Informer said it's an adventure game, so maybe.
Yeah, they get a little mixed up sometimes. That's all right. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect except for me.
Sure. That concludes all of the games releasing for this coming week, which starting at today's recording and
Yes,
the next Monday. Tell us if you liked any of those or you anticipated, one
Nope.
of these games.
Sure won't.
Bad
games. Hate bad games.
Yeah.
What's next?
Garrick, what do we have next, man?
You wonder what? I'll tell you. We are gonna be talking. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Listen, I said I'm a good podcaster. I'm not a good soundboard guy. You know what I mean? Hey Garrick, what are we doing? What are you doing?
News. We're talking little bites.
Yeah, I'll do it. There you go. I love the show. This is a great show you guys got going on here. You guys got a good little setup on this side of town. You know what I'm saying? I like this. This is good. This is cozy. Maybe you guys should have me on more often. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Well,
maybe not. Okay, that's fine.
We got little bites, or little tidbits of news. That we got going on.
Just some little factoids.
Just a little bit of
Factoids.
Just a couple
Starting
of 'em.
with Dead Island 3 teaser and setting speculation. This comes from IGN by Wesley Yin Poole. A new Dead Island game coming out.
Almost positive it was just like a screenshot
Yeah, a
share.
little screen grab. It's like a little concept art.
Dead Island 3. I really hate
th-
that every time I type in Dead Island 3, it pulls up Riptide.
it feels a little soon, doesn't it? Does it not feel a little soon for Dead
actually,
Island 3?
I think I was kind of because, dude, we've been on DLC packs for them for like 2 years now.
No, for sure, but I mean, like I'm just I'm looking at it a little bit differently because like the space of time between Dead Island 1 and Dead Island 2 was a long
so they
time.
actually they did some recent talk about that. Because they basically said there was just another complete different version of Dead Island 2. And they said straight up, they're like, if we would have released that version of the game, it would have killed the franchise. So they fucking did it over. And like just and like they just basically rebuilt a game. And so now that they have a successful engine and what they had in 2, and I'll straight up say I fucking love Dead Island 2. Like that game is just objectively fun. I'm currently actually replaying through it because I want to work my way up to the DLC that I didn't get to play. So I'm pretty excited about this. All in all, so obviously we're not in Hell A anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure where we are headed. I'm going to see if there's, oh my God, Ernell. Do we have any tidbits? It looks like maybe California. We could be Nevada. Las Vegas could be a cool setting.
Is it more
I
like
think Vegas would be like a natural progression for that franchise.
Well, wait though. Like, would it still be Dead Island if it's not on an island anymore?
Dude, the last game was in LA.
Yeah, but like looked like an island. You know what I mean? Looked. I mean, like what is Dead Island when it doesn't at least have island aesthetic and is not on an island? Is that still Dead Island? Is that just like dead?
First patch
Dead
for
City?
SilkSong to adjust early boss difficulty. This comes from John Walker at Kotaku. A lot of people were complaining about how hard the game was on release. So
yeah, so
a new patch.
I've heard specific complaints about that boss. Gio was actually just bitching about it. He literally said it had him yelling at a screen.
Apparently, the early bosses do double damage, which is something that in the first Hollow Knight only the like hidden optional bosses did. And people immediately in the beginning of this game were like, dude, what the fuck, man? And it was kind of bogging down the experience for a lot of people, I guess. I have not yet played SilkSong, so I can't attest for this, but every person I've talked to about it has been like, yeah, dude, like it's made the game go from like masochistically like delightful to like unbearingly frustrating because you just like can't get past like the first or second fucking boss without wanting to like slam your head into a fucking wall, which is like great. Like some games are like that, but it's also like that's not necessarily the difficulty progression people signed up for in Hollow Knight. So yeah, I could see it. They probably got enough complaints about it.
Sounds like they just need to get good. You guys waited 6 to 7 years to get better, and you guys still aren't better. Come on, Hollow Knight SilkSong players need to just freaking play the game. Come on, man. You guys waited 7 years. You guys could have replayed the same game 7 years in a row and gotten better. Where just perfect every boss, every enemy type. Come on, let's not be stupid. Let's not be stupid.
Obviously a skill issue. Also they have obviously have smoked so much copium, it's making them bad at the game. You know what I mean?
I think the majority of people haven't even played the first game. I think that's why. I genuinely think that's why. I genuinely think
part of it. A large player base that has not played the first game and jumped in on the hype train.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good point, DJ.
Because I did not see anyone who has played the first game and really loved it, and part of the fandom complain at all.
Me either, actually, and I know more than a few of those people, like very
Yeah.
closely, actually.
So I'm saying, like they know all the skips. They started, you know,
Case in
they
point, actually, Geo didn't play the first game.
there we go.
Oh wow,
There you
garbage,
go. And
garbage.
and like I said,
Trash
man,
gets skill issue.
like I said, dude, like they're like the Hollow Knight players that like, they're incorporating like speed running tech and skips and shit to like finish like, you know, stages, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it is. That's how it is.
Some videos been pretty wild so far, man.
Yeah, yeah. I've been seeing a few things. I want to try it. But I want to get through a little bit more of my backlog, which may or may not exist.
May or may not. Yeah, yeah.
Mine exists.
Sega, the company.
Yeah.
Teases 4 mystery titles for upcoming Tokyo Game Show presentation. This comes from the Video Games Chronicle by Andy Robinson, the article author. This looks, is interesting.
So let's see here.
Sega's been like,
they have been cooking a little bit. They have actually been cooking a little bit because I mean, Sega's like you may or may not know, they are in charge of the wildly successful Like a Dragon franchise. Like wildly successful. That game is the franchise is so successful for them. I think it might be their flagship franchise at this point.
Yeah,
it's probably Sonic still.
It's probably Sonic, but I mean
well. I mean, because here's the interesting thing, right? So on the teased photo that they're talking about shows like what Sega's lineup is supposed to be for Tokyo Game Show, and it shows 8 blocks. The top left is the Sonic racing game. The bottom 3 of the 4 are Virtual Fighter 5, Persona 3 Reload, and PS or P5X, and the other 4 don't have any sort of like hint to them. They just literally are blocks that say coming soon. And it's like, if there's anything we know about Sega nowadays, it really could be anything. Because like Sega's like done more a lot.
Like a dragon. There's a couple of there's a couple of other larger franchises. Dude, it could legit be another different kind of Sonic game, because this is a Sonic racing game. We could get like another more traditional Sonic platformer. That's
sure.
They could definitely double down on Sonic.
Do you see a sequel to that Sonic Adventure game that we got? I can't remember the name of it.
Like the OG one? Like
no. The 3D one that we got recently.
Oh, like Sonic Frontiers.
Yes, Frontiers. Do you see this maybe being a sequel? Is it time? Is it time?
I think they have been doing some DLC. I'm like a closet Sonic fan. And like I don't like play a ton of the games, but like I've definitely had Sonic Frontiers sitting in my fucking like wish list for like since it came out. And I check on it all the time for like to see if it goes on sale. Just haven't bought it. And they've done like several character and like world pack DLC sorts of things for Frontiers, where it's like expanded or added things onto the open world. And they've added more of the classics in recent years. I don't know how recent is recent, that I can't remember, but it could very well be time. When did that come out? 2020.
I want to say 2022, 2023. I want to say, I might be wrong about that though.
I remember everybody was just like, "Oh my god, Sonic Breath of the Wild," and then the people that played it were like, "Oh shit, this is actually like fairly good."
Yeah, 2022, November 8th.
And I remember it got good ratings, right? Like fairly decent.
Oh yeah. A lot of people like it. 9 out of 10 on Steam, 94% like this game. Let me here. I can.
What's the
Metacritic?
Yeah.
Let me see. Metacritic. Sonic Frontiers. Generally favorable. 8.1 for user score. Metacritic was a 70. So it seemed like it had a way higher
That's
user.
honestly a Sonic game being at a 7 from critics is that's a good that's a thumbs up for that that fucking fan base.
For sure.
Uh,
Agreed,
it
man.
being an 8, it being an 8 out of 10 for the fan base is also that's really goddamn respectable. Sonic fans they expect a lot of the franchise.
Yeah, they do. Kind of like Star Wars fans. You know what I mean? Fuck them. Go on, DJ.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, didn't we? I don't know if it was last year or the year before. Didn't we like go crazy over Sega? Like,
But don't they have something cooking? They've had
like
so they got
Crazy
something cooking.
Taxi or whatever the fuck, dude, and like they had
There
some other shit.
was, yeah.
Like
There was
not
a
Bomb
lot
Rush,
of
what Jet Set Radio? They were doing that shit back or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, Jet Set Radio, actually, yeah, because I think they finally came out with a sequel for that, like a year or two ago, if I remember correctly. It was either a sequel or it's like a remake or some shit like that. I love that game. Jet Set Radio Future is really good. Yeah. I suppose we'll see though.
Definitely see when they see. Lastly, for a
Streets of
little
Rage.
bites, huh? Oh
Streets of
yeah,
Rage.
Streets of Rage. Yep.
Oh, that'd be fun. I like that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Lastly, we have Riot Games' new fighting game, 2XKO closed beta, released today with a new update, new characters, and more updates to come. This is through access through PC only. Check your email inboxes. You might have received a closed beta invite, along with acceptance into the closed beta.
Is this releasing on consoles?
I have no clue. I believe so. They have like
It was going to be like a fighting game on PC only. That's
well, I think they
wild.
just want to do the beta on PC. I think full release they're going to.
That
do
I
like
can
the
understand.
console. Whatchamacallit? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh,
yeah, no, it's yeah. I don't want to interrupt. Go.
Fuck, dude. God damn it.
Damn it, I did it. I'm sorry. Platform.
Oh yes.
PC. Yeah, there you go.
Fuck, dude.
Damn.
You need to shut up, man. I just let me give me time. Give me time.
Mm-hmm.
Give me time. I said shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I said shut up. I can still hear you humming and hawing. Yes, okay, if you get into the beta, you are allowed 3 invitations. You can send a link to invite your friends to play.
Yeah. The play share thing. Yeah, that's sweet.
nice.
I love when games do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sick, dude. So it is going to be on all platforms, PS5,
Eventually,
Windows, Xbox, in 2025. So it will be coming.
Gotcha. Okay. What's
DJ
that? Does it have a hard release date?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
okay.
DJ, are you doing it? Are you doing this bad boy?
I have
Like,
access. I'm gonna play it. It has my favorite character
sick.
in it. Finally, they've added him as a new character. I still am new in terms of the 2D fighting space, so a lot of where the hell. So it's definitely gonna be like I'm starting at square one type of thing. So I don't know if I'll stick to it. If the game is fun, I'll stick to it. If it's not my style, my speed, I'll probably drop it. It's like the same thing. I got it's invited into the like second alpha phase, first and second alpha phase, and it just wasn't hidden. I don't know why. But maybe with the new character, I might be down.
That's why they have so many fighting games, man. Is literally just because of that. Like, there's some people that prefer other styles over others. You know, like it happens. Like
it's a broad genre.
Yeah.
Very much so. Very much so. That concludes our little Bytes segment. You guys can
hell
find all
yeah,
that.
brother.
Hell sorry, and more details about that at Twisted Voxel by Ali Hader.
Sorry, Ali.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Garrick, what do we have up next for the people?
Oh no, mid yawn because I'm not getting enough oxygen to my brain, not because I'm not tired. We are moving into our final segment of the night, the end game.
The end game.
The end game.
This is our headlining
The
segment.
end
We
game.
cover our priority topics, team reviews, and have discussions on all things relevant to gaming. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Hell Is Us, and that's why Ernell is here. He's played the game. He has finished the game. And he's going to tell us about the game and see if he can sell us on this game and convince you and
already
me,
sold.
Garrick, and the general populace to buy it.
Yes, sir. That is thank you, DJ. Thank you. Yes, I'm happy to be here. Ladies, gentlemen, ladies and thents, yes, my name is Ernell Pearson from 20,000 Films Under the Sea, the best movie podcast on the internet. I am here to talk about Hell Is Us. A game that has recently come out that a lot of video game reviewers have been speaking about recently for a number of reasons, mostly because this game has been marketed a certain way, being that this game is being marketed as a game that does not hold your hand in the way that it sort of handles puzzle solving and all sorts of mysteries and wonderful things like that. So when hearing that, I was like, that sounds cool. Seeing the gameplay, I was like, that looks cool. And then me and Garrick saw it, we were like, that's a cool looking game. And we were in it to win it, dude. And so when this bad boy dropped, I was like, hey, let me fucking take it, dog. I'll fucking take it. And Garrick said, you know what, Ernell, you're such a good podcaster. Absolutely. Right. And so yeah, I bought this game, and in Hell Is Us, gentlemen. And I'll kind of go over some main stuff here, just to kind of start out with the base premise of this game, because this game has super deep lore that is well put into it. To start out, I want to first say a lot of people have been saying that this game can be beaten in like 12 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours. I am here to say that unless you have a big brain and can just fucking solve things, this game took me 26 hours on the clock to beat. This is not a game that you can beat very, very, very quickly unless you are like a fucking god and you are just solving everything right away. Most of this shit is like you kind of have to really, really be paying attention. So with that said, in Hell Is Us, you are playing as Remy Latom, a man who has awakened in the custody of an unknown agency, being led by a strange-looking mutated man who has this weird fat-shaped head. Everyone on the internet is calling him the fat guy, because there is no other way to describe this guy besides
They
his
just call him a
massive
fatty?
fucking. Yeah, I did. As a signature fatty, certified fatty, I called him a fatty. While under the effects of a truth serum, Remy is demanded to recant the events that led to him being captured by this group. Introducing that in this game, we are playing through a flashback story that Remy is telling during this interrogation. Remy reveals that he joined a group called the Organized Nations, or the ON Peacekeepers, with the intent specifically for him to go AWOL and sneak into his war-torn homeland of Hadia, that's been restricted from outside access, in search of his parents that smuggled him out of the country when he was a child. And as the gameplay opens, it shows Remy entering into this country at nighttime and then changing into civilian clothes to mask his, disguise as he goes through. And we find that Hadia is a country that is similar to a sort of 1910s Eastern Europe. And in this world, Hadia is in the midst of a civil war that has broken out between two religious factions, known as the Palamists and the Sabinians. And they're sort of compared to conservative Christians and like Presbyterians in how they sort of function against each other. Yes, Garrick.
What is a Presbyterian?
It is an off branch of Christians that are um weirdly like stricter, but more traditional in their ways. Where conservatives are like conservative Christians, like are trying to like keep it in a very specific type of Christianity. Presbyterians are like doing it in a different sort of like old school kind of way. Um, and this happens soon after the country's totalitarian president has inexplicably, excuse me, killed himself. And that sort of set off this massive war to happen. Remy has no clue what his parents look like. He does not remember their names. All he knows is that he came from a small village called Jova in the northern section, or the central section of Hadia, and he was left with a necklace carved from a strange stone. And so, upon entering the country, Remy finds what is called OMSIF, which I will be referring to as OMSIF for the rest of this conversation. They are a paramilitary group from outside of Hadia that nobody knows why they are here. They are sort of this like mysterious military entity that all sides of the Civil War have been directly or explicitly directed to not interrupt anything OMSIF is doing. And so they're here, and like people are like, well, I don't know, just leave them the fuck alone, right? Remy finds a soldier who has had his eyes torn out. And because this man can't see, he believes Remy is a part of an OMSIF backup unit that is there to rescue his squadron after they entered into an ancient tomb nearby where he's sitting. And the entire group was massacred by creatures that he cannot describe what they look like. But offers that if Remy can go in and get the keys from their squad leader, they can both escape the area using their military APC vehicle, and they can both run off, potentially go to Jova together. Yeah, I think that's an opportunity for Remy to procure some transportation to Jova. Remy enters the tomb and finds it crawling with these strange humanoid creatures with huge, large void holes in their faces. And he tries to shoot them. The gun does no damage. And in the middle of potentially being struck down, one of the squad soldiers for OMSIF comes in and fights this monster with a sword that is made from the same material that his necklace is made from. This soldier gets beaten the shit out of, kills the monster, and so Remy takes their entire uniform, the drone that they come with, and the weapon. Makes his way around the hill where he entered the thing, comes back and finds that the soldier that had his eyes torn out was crushed by boulders because the ancient tomb door closed on its own and the structure of the hill fell upon the soldier. So Remy pretty much says, well, I got a fucking vehicle now. So let's get on with the mission. You know what I'm saying? He takes the vehicle, and in the vehicle gets a phone call from an OMSIF lieutenant who is like mysteriously covered in dark shadows and says, we're going to find you. We're tracking the vehicle. Once we find you, you're fucking done for. And he says, bet. Right? Just hangs up on the bitch, right?
Damn.
Continues on to his home village, where he finds that not only has the village been taken over by a Sabinian liberation group that has slaughtered all of the Palamists that were living there, but that the entire country of Hadia is now filled with the strange creatures he fought inside of that ancient tomb. And both Sabinians and the surviving Palamists that are in hiding believe that these creatures have been sent from the demon TR as a punishment to humans for going to war. And it's here that Remy discovers that his father was the local blacksmith for the village, and his apprentice explains that his father's disappearance has something to do with his involvement with a group called the Vigils. And these are a band of men that were doing everything they could to stop the impending event that they called the Calamity, a day in which the gods Sithris and TR unleash Hollow Walkers upon the world. Now Remy searches for his father to find the answers to what is happening in Hadia and how it can be stopped. That is the first 2.5 hours of the game. Was all of that. And that is why I say like the lore in this is super deep, because off the jump you get this crazy feeling of realizing that like this story is very akin to like Assassin's Creed in that this sort of like ancientness of things that are happening is very pivotal to what is going on in the overarching story, and it makes it feel really fucking cool, dude. And so I want to kind of go back and forth with a couple of things here, about to start out with some really awesome shit. So if you have heard any reviews about this game prior to this episode, to me talking about it, you will more than likely have heard some people say that the best part about this game is the discovery of puzzles in this game, because puzzling in this game is fucking, it's striking, it's rich, and the world is grim, and you're doing all of this within this grim world full of like heartbreaking stories and interesting like mysteries that are like sort of begging you to solve them at every corner of the way. And the solutions to the puzzles often require some like moments of pause and like critical thought for you to really like figure out a way to overcome them, because very little is given to you to solve these like puzzles and ways to access different areas. Many of the puzzles are like multi-stage, turning like entire buildings or like spaces that you're in into small puzzle boxes, kind of like Resident Evil esque, where you're like traveling to one thing, you find like the thing you have to plant in this socket because it's that shape, and you go and plant it, and that opens up a door that opens up access to this little key thing, and then that goes to that door, and you're putting that together because there's symbols on each one of those items. The difference is that Resident Evil will tell you, oh, this might go to that door I saw, right? Like they say, the character says that. In this, it just says a key shaped like an owl. And you have to remember, oh, I ran into a door with an owl carved into it like an hour ago. Like maybe I need to go back to that door. And so you truck it.
Shit like blueprints where you fucking need a notebook, right?
Oh, dude, you are,
and they were just like they had notebooks and shit.
You are pencil padding like fucking crazy. This, I was taking pictures on my phone. I had like a little note thing in my phone for like taking notes on like different like numbers I had seen in like different areas, or like for example, there was one that was like one of the earlier puzzles. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. I don't want to spoil it, but in order for you to solve it, you have to look at a specific number that is within 3 different pictures.
Jesus.
And the thing that has the numbers on them in each photo, the third photo, the number is like scratched out. So you have to go find that thing physically in the world and find what number is on that thing in order for you to open up or hit the numbers on a keypad to open a door.
That's
so it's
fucking
like
crazy. So you have to
it's
be
nuts,
like,
dude.
okay, this picture was taken outside of a lighthouse.
Yep.
And you have to like go to that lighthouse basically, and like, this is at 33. Like the building address. You're like, and then you have to remember that it was 33, and then fucking that's intricate.
Yep. Yeah, dude, it's cool. And like then the clues can be found pretty much like anywhere within like small phrases that you see in or hear in like conversations with like people, or throwaway lines in like emails or notes or letters or pieces of art that you see like as you kind of discover the area. DJ, it looked like you had a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so can you explain like how the game is played? Like is it like God of War-esque? Is it like a linear open world, or is it like open world? Is it, you know what I'm saying? What's the gameplay loop like?
Each town is that you visit in Hadia is kind of its own separate like open sandbox that you have open access to go to, and each sandbox is like fairly sized. I don't know if either of you got a chance to play Final Fantasy 16.
I have not finished it, but I have played it.
But you did play. DJ, did you spend any time at all in
No.
Final Fantasy 16 or any of the recent Final Fantasies, like 7 remake or so I'm trying to think of a different game that's similar to it, but in that way, it's like sort of its own small map that has like the open area that you can go off the beaten trail.
Outer
And
Worlds is also kind of like that.
Outer Worlds,
Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes
Outer
sense,
Worlds
yeah.
is a good example.
Okay.
Yeah, where like each planet is like its
It's like
own
a
sort
it's
of
like a
like
small
Yeah,
open
like a
world that
small
you
contained
visit.
space. Yeah.
yeah. It's very much like Outer Worlds in that case. And so the gameplay loop feels kind of similar to old school Dark Souls in that your gameplay loop is exploring like all these super vast open sandboxes, finding clues, keys, or items that can give you access to like dungeons, tombs, or like hidden nooks where like loot or like pivotal story items can be found. All while on the way you are battling the hollow walkers that are scattered all across the land. And in the process of doing this, you're finding like NPCs that are like hiding because of the war that's broken out. And in conversations with them, they give you clues on how to progress further in like the campaign story, or they give you like a side objective. Like there's one that's like this woman who is one of the Palamis, but she has a Sabinian baby that she's been given. And she says, I just ran out of food for this baby. I need you to get food for this baby. And what I found is that there's a ton of different NPCs that have little side things like these called good deeds. And I don't want to spoil that for you because you get rewarded for good deeds in a way later on in the game. But the good deeds actually have repercussions if you do not complete them. So I completed the baby one. You go and you can find milk for this baby, bring it back, and the baby like survives and whatnot. But there's one guy who in Jova was one of the Palamists that were living there. And when the Sabinians took over the town, they kept him alive specifically because he's a violinist. And they told him you can only exclusively play Sabinian classic songs. And the issue is that he only knew one Sabinian song. And so you have to find two different music sheets that are in two separate towns and bring them back to him so he can learn more Sabinian songs. But if you don't do that before the second act, they hang him in the middle of the town.
Damn.
Because he didn't like learn more music. And so I figured that out where it was like, you failed this good deed. And I was like, oh fuck, dude. Because I found the second music sheet, but I didn't go back to give it to him until I was in the second act. And I was like, no,
that's a
dude.
crushing feeling in a game like that, where you're just like, I have to live with the consequences of my actions now.
Where everything is already really heavy. And I was like, fuck, dude, like what would have happened if I didn't get the milk for that baby? You know what I mean? Like the game.
You hate to think about it, dude.
Dude, the game really,
shit.
because it doesn't like pull punches that way. Like that baby probably would have died. Like straight up, dude. Like this game shows people being hung from trees. This game shows people being like stabbed to death.
Because
like,
war is fucking ugly.
War is ugly, and they really let that be the thing that sends this game home, dude. And that's kind of like the best part of it is the story itself is so grueling, but they try to like make it feel like you're having a little bit of a hard time, especially with like these puzzles and stuff like that. But it's not so grueling that like you feel directionless in like the puzzle solving or like where the next step is for everything. So Hellas kind of starts to feel like an action game that's inspired by like point and click adventures in a weird way. And so because of that gameplay loop, they do a really good job of it. It approaches that exploration really, really well. Let's talk about the thing people have been having issues about, because I think it's really, really important for me to kind of go back and forth here. Because I don't want to end on a bad note, but I also don't want to end too good. The issue people have been having, and myself included, is that the combat in this game is the thing that dampens it down. So the combat revolves around a like light RPG system where you use what's called limbic shards, and these are like dropped items you get from killing the Hollow Walkers to upgrade your limbic weapons. And you get a number of different styles of weapons. You can get a standard sword, you get a lighter sword, you get a heavy sword, you get twin axes, you get this like sort of like javelin spear thing that's like the shape of a blade at the end. You get a few different options, and you can level these weapons up by using them against like the Hollow Walkers. And then you can give these weapons like different special abilities using glyphs that you find in the game and attach them to the weapon. And that allows you to cast pretty much like attack spells and stuff that let you do like AoE effects, or you can like grapple an enemy and like reel them into you. There's some that like throws like a magic spear at them and shit. And you can make the weapons and defensive items like stronger by raising their tiers with the blacksmith and Jova. You can also get what's called drone modules, and they're like little upgrades you can give your drone to allow your drone to do like assistant battle stuff. So that was actually kind of a cool detail where like you can get your drone to like fly up in the air. You can grab it and it'll like float you above an enemy where you can drop down and smash like your sword on an enemy. You can have your drone like distract enemies in the middle of fighting and stuff like that. And so it gives you more abilities in combat utilizing this drone when battling. And later in the game, you get access to active and passive relics that add more perks during the combat. While fighting, you have a health bar and a stamina bar that are like attached to each other. And when you take damage, both go down, thus reducing the maximum amount of stamina that you have available to you until you can heal.
That's fucked up.
That's kind of crazy.
They balance that by doing they added a system into it called Healing Pulse, where at the end of each combo that you do, you have this like stuff that gathers up around Remy, and if you hit R1 at the right time, you can recover some of the HP that you lost.
So you ain't button mashing this game.
You're not button mashing in this. No, the combat in this feels a little bit like Neo. In the way that it feels, it's a little clunky, but like the sort of back and forth of like getting damage, doing damage, recovering health by like doing combos, and then taking more damage, and it works in that sort of like cycle with it. And that's just completely based on like how many successful hits you can do in the combo. The problem is that the combat, even though it has some components that are interesting, the overall depth of the combat doesn't really match. And the combat is extremely lackluster. Not because it isn't cool or it's lacking flair or something, because obviously there's some cool shit there, but because the enemies don't ever really change. So pretty much all of the enemy types you fight against in this game are introduced in the first like 3 hours of the game, and it's extremely limited. So relying on like bigger damage numbers and like new attacks at like higher levels to make up for the lack of like how many like different types and variety that you have. So the limited enemy pool is really only helped by what they call husks. And they have like they're bright colored, like amorphous crystalline shaped creatures that the Hollow Walkers spit out from their stomachs. And they're like tethered to them by umbilical cords. And until you destroy the husk, you can't damage the Hollow Walker. So you have to kill the husk first, and then you can take on like the Hollow Walker themselves. Some of the better fights in the games in the game, which is mostly the boss battles, which is not very many of them. There's only a few of them in this game. Feature like a husk who's tethered to like multiple enemies, or like vice versa. And so you have to like kill the husk before you can hit this enemy. You get them, but then the husk actually can respawn until you've killed all the enemies tethered to it. And so you have to like kill the husk again, kill this guy, kill the husk again, peg this guy off, and then you're kind of just doing that in a cycle. Some enemies have multiple husks, so you have to kill all the husks before you can damage that one enemy. And Most of this is done with a really finicky lock-on system,
Ooh,
and
it's not
an
good.
inconsistent camera. So the game's like reliance on like enemy count rather than like giving us more challenges and stuff to maintain like the difficulty of like the combat, like especially the later parts of like the story in the game. Um, all kind of gives you like a lot of frustration with like cheap depths, and eventually sort of like makes you feel like you kind of want to avoid the combat altogether because the exploration is so good that the combat starts to just feel like it's in the way.
Mm.
Like it starts to feel a little bit like an obstacle that you're like having to just get through to get to the good stuff. Yes, Garrick.
Does this game have difficulty settings?
It does. Thankfully, that is one of my good notes that I have. So it has a hard, medium, and easy difficulty slider. And then within the easy one, they have difficulty sliders for enemy difficulty. So you can slide like how much health they have. You can slide over how aggressive they fight. You can slide over how much damage you take. There's a few different sliders. I eventually put the game into easy mode.
Dude, just to get through it. Like if you'd rather explore than fight, that's what I would do too. That's why
because
I asked.
it was really dampening the experience, to be honest with you. But even with it on easy mode, the combat's really kind of like demanding of your attention while you're like in it. So you can still kind of get butt fucked in the combat even when it's on easy mode, and that is the part that is very Souls like, in that like if you're not committed to like at least paying attention during the battle, because you can't just go trigger happy, you will get your ass beat. Like you will get rammed into the ground. But thankfully there is a difficulty slider, so it does lower how obnoxious the fights can be. But I didn't do that until about 15 hours in. And I was like, dude, I can't, bro. Like, this is just so meandering, dude. Like, I want to like find out more about the vigils and find out about Hadia and like all this other stuff, dude. Like, nah, man.
Exactly. I've been thinking I was like, I was like, you're talking about this game, and it's reminding me of another game that I ended up liking, but I turned it down because the combat was dog shit. And it was Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden, dude. The world and the characters and the side quests and exploring, fantastic. The enemy variety, which is like it's the same thing. And like they were just so spongy and fucking obnoxious, and you had to do all this extra bullshit to make it so you could kill certain ones, and you had to like kill them, but then you had to like finish them off. And it was, dude, it was nonsense, and it made it a really displeasurable experience. And like I think I knocked it. I was like, what could have been like a 9 if the combat was better, ended up being like a 7.5 or an 8 for me.
Yeah. Which is funny that you say that, because this is being compared as PlayStation's Banishers for most reviewers. And
dude, I can see the parallels as you're describing it. I was like, this is really starting to remind me of that experience.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's generally speaking like it has some great, but like that combat, dude. Like they like if they want to make a sequel to this, they really got to make this combat better. Actually they do have a couple of things they need to do. So the voice actor Elias Tufexis, I think is how you pronounce his name. He played Adam in Deus Ex: Human Revolution.
Okay, yeah.
His voice acting as Remy is like kind of really disappointing. He has like really monotone delivery and like really like weak dialogue that like, and I don't know if it's necessarily his fault, but like some of the writing is really lackluster there too, or like the writing for all of the other characters in this game is excellent except for Remy's. And it makes you like not like quite as interested. Like he never really like delivers passion, dude. And so like Remy never really,
maybe by design.
Maybe they kind of talk about like one of the things that the fat guy says in like the beginning of the game when he's interrogating Remy is like they're saying that you're passing tests and as a sociopath. How does that feel? And he's kind of like, well, it's nice, like not ever having any emotions about anything. But it like starts to feel like gimmicky because like they don't
like it's not a genuine portrayal of somebody with those character traits.
well, it like there's no point in it. There's no point in him being a sociopath in this story. It does nothing to serve the story. And so like if he is, like sure, but like I don't see the point in that. Like they're like it doesn't do anything. Like it's all he has some crazy character arc where now he's all of a sudden crazy compassionate about like these people. You're kind of just served in this world to be compassionate for people. So like it doesn't feel like there's a contract like a conflict of interest there. They're just like, oh, he's sociopathic. You know what I mean? It's like it kind of is his performance is a little bit lame. But I also had some issues with the ending of this game. The game itself and like the journey through the game is like so much fun and generally like enthralling. But the narrative like conclusion to this story seemed very rushed and had like a really abrupt ending that they try to pad with like a post-credit scene that like sort of leaves a bunch of stuff in the story like sort of like left up for interpretation on whether or not Remy was successful in doing the thing. Rather than to like them committing to like loose ends being loose or being tied up, they kind of just like leave you to have to guess. So there is potential for a sequel, but the end of the story just felt like the worst, most like ambiguous way for them to like indicate that there's going to be a sequel, which is like disappointing as fuck considering like how vast and deep this storytelling is in the campaign. Like like boys, I'm telling you, there's some like symbolism and shit for like the vigils that are in this game, and like all of the like crazy like tombs and like ancient stuff that you can find as Remy, that explains the vigils and their like deep history in Hadia is so fucking cool. Like I want like some of the vigil symbolism tattooed. Like that's how like fucking dope. So because it starts to feel like the Assassin's Creed A. You know what I mean? And we're like,
Okay.
and then you start like you're like telling like hanging out with your friends, and your friends also play Assassin's Creed, and then all of a sudden like all of you are like repeating to each other like nothing is real, everything's permitted. You know what I mean? It's like that level of fucking cool, dude. Like the visuals are fucking rad. The groups that are like a part of them are fucking rad, dude. Like the lore in this is like so creative and cool, and generally speaking, goddamn, what a fucking story. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like they really found a way to make me give a fuck about this world that I've never heard of ever before in my entire life because it's a brand new game. And they really fucking sent it home, man. So Hell is Us, in conclusion, wrap it up here. I don't know if you guys have any more questions that you want to go for or
no, you answered everything I pretty much had wanted to know about the game. Do you have anything else, DJ?
Oh, I did see. I haven't seen a lot of this game. I just know that people are enjoying it, and it's kind of been like the sleeper hit of the year.
yeah.
There's one guy on TikTok I saw on my For You page. He said he hated the ending. He put 53 hours into the game, and he said, "I did all that. I was so excited to talk about this game to his viewers, but the ending was trash." Well, what do you think?
The ending's really rough. It's
Oh,
really
shit.
rough, dude. Like
It sounds dissatisfying in a way.
well, and it is, and it's mostly because like everything else in the game slow cooks you, right? It's just like this nice boiled simmer throughout the whole.
It's like a good slow roast, dude. It's like
beautiful slow roast, right? And it's the you're just slowly consuming all the story, and then you kind of like brought to the end where there's like this huge climax to the end.
Just fucking eat. It's like you just rushed your meal. Now you're done.
And then they're just like, well, no, we got to get the last 3 bites in now. It has to go now. And like the last moment of the game has this crazy fucking like reveal. This crazy fucking moment where someone fucking dies. And they're like, all right, let's go. And you're like, cool, dude. And then credits.
Oh, damn.
And it was
fuck.
And it was like, wait,
Damn.
hold on. There's like so many different things here that I still like need to know. And the only way they were able to pad that is putting this post-credit scene that has your drone finding something. And it's like, okay, like, what does that mean? Right. And so then they're like, it's pretty much like, wait for Hell Is Us 2, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, and you're like, dude, I don't want to wait for the sequel. Dude, like,
is Days Gone tried that same approach, man, and it never got a sequel. So don't rest on those sorts of things. Ernell, I guess I do have one final question for you.
Sure.
What are you rating it, man?
Yeah.
Play it now.
Garrick,
wait for sale.
Garrick, that is a good question, man. Hell Is Us is a step in a really great direction, and it offers a story that is super interesting and leaves you begging to know more. It's refreshing to just not have to follow a quest marker through the story, and it's also relief that I like never felt like I was just stuck or spinning around for fucking hours wondering where I needed to go next on it, regardless of the fact that I had no indicators. The balance is what makes like traversal and exploring in this country, in this fantasy world, and experiencing all these super fucked up horrors it contains very rewarding, and making each like sort of like next discovery that you make feel like earned rather than like routine in a game. And unfortunately, it's all sort of like wrapped up in that engaging combat system that's sort of unfortunately weighed down by like super shallow enemy variety bullshit and like imprecise controls and like what have you, that pretty much makes you want to like avoid an entire section of like what this game has to offer.
Yeah, like basically ignore a mechanic. You're trying to ignore a mechanic.
Such an important part of this. I'm excited to see what like Rogue Factor does with this story, and like to see how they expand on like things that they've introduced in this, because that is interesting. And although it's a bit like less than sort of revolutionary than what they sort of like promised that this game was going to be, Hell Is Us sort of like left me wanting more of the cake, the proverbial cake, but only if they put better frosting on it. Okay. So I'm gonna say this. What is that, DJ? What's your analogy?
I was gonna say, like, when you talk about the exploration, is it like Ghost of Tsushima level? Like, you're so immersed, you're like, I want to go here, I want to go here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great.
It really
Ghost of Tsushima has the combat chops to back it all up.
Exactly. Ghost of Tsushima is fun while also making you want to discover stuff. And that's the part that this game lacks, is the fun factor with the combat. And because of such, this game is going to be a wait for sale for me, brother.
Okay. Wait for sale.
Yeah.
All right.
That's respectable.
It is this close to being a play it now. This fucking close, man.
What is its MSRP?
It's less than 60, isn't it? Yeah, it's $50.
I think it's 50 if I remember correctly.
It's $50.
Let me see. Hell,
honestly, that's worth
price. Yes, $50 for the standard edition on PC. $60 on console.
It's $60 on console.
Yes, okay. Yes. They do have a like an extended edition that you can do for like extra
edition.
Yeah, the deluxe stuff. And that's $80. But that's like cosmetics and stuff like that. So nothing like crazy important. Yeah, you don't need all that. You know, especially not for this game. You don't need all that. You know, it's okay. You run into a couple different cosmetic changes like naturally just playing the game. Yeah. So not that important.
Yeah, you don't need that, and you don't need any other review, because this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you like what you heard, you can head on over to patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to that spelling bee I was talking about earlier on in the episode. And access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below. Then, subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, everyone, but until next time.
Fuck, I forgot the line I was gonna do.
I lost my train of thought.
What are you, some kind of hell? No.
We're not in Hell 8 anymore.
Hey!